Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out for you that it looks like in Russia we had a railway bridge that has been blown up. Okay, it has been sabotaged, and immediately when this happened, it was like in the last 24 hours or so, there was no responsibility claims, anything like that. Even Kiev in Ukraine, they were not really saying much right away. But now we've got news coming out here in the last few hours that supposedly Ukraine is taking full responsibility for the attack on this bridge. Okay, so this kind of happened on the southern side of Russia. I'll show you here on a map in just a moment. But this bridge was primarily used to transport military cargo and troops for the Russian military to the front lines. And this now has been damaged. And as far as we know, right now it's out of service and it's going to take some time before it gets repaired. So we have seen these attacks so many times inside of Russia. We've seen oil depots getting hit. We saw a steel plant getting hit. Okay, I don't know how many oil depots by now, probably 10 or more oil depots. Now we've got more critical infrastructure getting hit here. This bridge has been hit. And apparently, this is a very major railway that's used for the Russian military. So they're going to have to get this repaired as soon as they possibly can because it obviously has been destroyed and is no longer usable at the moment. So let me show you here on a map where this is at. So this is Russia right here. All this region here's Ukraine. Okay, so this happened over here in the Samara Oblast region is what it's called, Samara Oblast. So somewhere in here, there's a major railway system that's used, and they use this to transport these troops all along over here to going to Ukraine. Okay, so Ukraine, all the fighting is going on down here in this region, right? And they transport them going through this way, going into Ukraine. Okay. So now that's obviously going to put a lot of pressure on the Russian military. They're going to have to find other means of transportation to get their military equipment, their troops, whatever they might be transferring along this line to get it to Ukraine, to the front line. So we've been seeing this quite a bit lately. We've been seeing Ukraine getting very technical here and finding other ways to cripple Russia without directly, engaging, obviously, in combat. Because right now we all know that Ukraine is definitely struggling right now. They don't have a lot of ammunition or weaponry. They're struggling to get aid from other countries. The U.S. is still holding up this 60 billion plus aid package. Okay, that's in Congress still. So Ukraine is having a tough time right now, but we've still been able to see multiple attacks inside of Russia just like this. So this is on the Moscow Times. Let's read about this. Rail traffic in Russia, Samara region suspended after bridge explosion. Rail traffic in Russia's Samara region was partially suspended on Monday after an explosion damaged a bridge, state-run media reported, citing emergency services. At 5 a.m., there was an explosion on a railway bridge that spans over the Chapevka River. The TASS news agency quoted an emergency official as saying, "Rail traffic through the bridge has been suspended." The unnamed source added, noting that preliminary reports showed the support structures and side railings on the bridge had been damaged. TASS, citing a statement by the local railway service, later reported that illegal interference by unauthorized persons in the operation of railway transport had caused the disruption, so they're saying it was a sabotage. 5 passenger trains in the Samara region were delayed because of the incident. Ukraine's GUR military intelligence agency said on Monday confirmed that an explosion had occurred along the Samara region railroad bridge, though it was not immediately clear whether Kiev was responsible for the blast. The railroad route was used by the aggressor state for transporting military cargo, in particular, ammunition made at the factory of JSC Polymer in the city of Chapavsk. I don't know how to say that. Chapavsk. That's a tough word. It's kind of a mouthful right there. The GUR said in a statement, the city of Chapavsk with a population of around 70,000, is located just under 40 kilometers to the south of the regional capital of Samara. Due to the nature of the damage of the railway bridge, it will be impossible to use it for a while, the GUR statement added, without clarifying how it will be able to determine the nature of the damage. So it's going to be out of service for some time. Who knows, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. Russian authorities have reported several attacks on the country's transport infrastructure since it launched its full scale invasion of Ukraine over 2 years ago, and it often blames Kiev for the sabotage incidents. So, in this article, obviously, it was stating here that, it doesn't look like it was Ukraine, but obviously, the Russians do put the blame on Ukraine a lot for these attacks because obviously they're in a way at war with Russia, right? But we did have some reports coming out showing that Ukraine is claiming responsibility here. So this looks like this was the act of Ukraine with this sabotage attack on this railroad bridge. But again, man, we've been seeing so many of these attacks here inside of Russia. Russia's really been getting attacked a lot more than I really thought they would. I would think they would have a lot better defense mechanism for this type of stuff. But obviously, they're at war with a major country here, okay? Ukraine is a really big country. And also, you got to understand, too, that inside of Russia, there's probably lots of Ukrainians that live there, too. Or maybe people that used to live in Ukraine and now they're in Russia because it's just so close to each other. So these countries have a lot of mixed, the population is very mixed with the same types of people. So this could have been an act of somebody that lived in Russia as well, that maybe they wanted to help out the Ukrainians. Maybe there's some help on the inside and it really was sabotage here. But either way, another hit to Russia in their war against Ukraine. So Ukraine is definitely not out of this fight yet. They're still putting up a good fight here. And we'll have to see what happens here moving forward. But I just wanted to report this to you and get this information out there. So again, this is a railway bridge that was blown up, used for military cargo, military troops inside the Samara region. It's the southern region inside of Russia. So if you got anything out of this, please smash the like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. We do put out daily updates like this every single day. So I appreciate you again for being here. Hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.